Abkhazia is the land of the soul.
There's someone swimming.
Swimming. Yushar octopus.
Uh-huh.
All sorts of wild boars, whoever, bears, sub-lizard tigers.
Сталин сюда первый раз приехал в 1946 году, когда он выбрал вот это место за год, эту дачу для него построили. Строили военные немцы.
It turns out that Stalin was about the same height as me. If he didn't like someone, he sent people straight to Siberia. I don't want to live here.
Friends, good morning everyone. It's 5:45 and we're on our way to Abkhazia. Here we are. Bus. We hope it's ours. There is a beautiful canonada. We were met by dogs. And here they are running after us. Waiting for us to feed them. Oh, Mother of God, we've got nothing to feed them. We're going to get to the seafront. Well, we are taken to the next stop, and it is tea tasting.
У всех людей разное, это нормальное явление. Вот этот чай очень полезен для очистки. Даже те люди, которые были у нас в начале лета, его не добавляем. Прекрасно за нас делают. Для этих целей полезен для нашего иммунитета. Шикарно для нашей нервной системы.
Naturally, Sasha tasted everything.
Будто черный, жестко заварили.
Ну, реально 21 века. Пьем, едим, стираем.
Визитная карточка.
Это самое прикольное.
Да.
In general, buying tea in Abkhazia is not a bad prospect because it grows right here and is inexpensive. But if you're not a fan of tea, Abkhazia has something stronger for you.
Не так часто пью. Что-то прикольное. Вкусно. Ну да, самое вкусное.
Запаха винограда. Чаще пьется только с залпом. Потому что если мы ее будем смаковать, она будет прыгать очень сильно.
I promised to bring my mom wine from Abkhazia, so I am fulfilling it. I chose red dry. It's considered the most expensive.
Весело. Конечно, решат. Штраф 30 тысяч составит заплатить. И на полгода решат, да. Посередине чуть надавили. И все.
Красота.
Работать нам не хотите.
А что, у вас есть профессия? You will be taken to the next stop in about 15 minutes, and during this time, you will realize that Abkhazia is such a large village. And as you have already realized, we were brought to a honey tasting.
Какой вкуснее?
Ну, первый вкуснее.
Первый вкуснее, да?
Через пару дней уже очень правильно. 5 градусов. И в теплом виде хорошо.
Ну, сбитень прикольно, да?
Ну да, вкусно.
As a reminder, I haven't tried vegan honey, but Sasha tasted everything. He liked it all. I gave my mother and Alia Spiten and mead as souvenirs, except for wine, which we also took as a souvenir. You can pay here with a card. I think you can pay with a world card only in Abkhazia if it is another country. Don't forget that we have some restrictions on Visa and MasterCard here, but where we took wine, there was not even a terminal. You can pay only by cash or transfer, so take cash with you rather. To Abkhazia, if you go, but if anything the MIR card also works. The views here are super cool. Abkhazia is a country of mountains, a country of beautiful mountains. We are now also going to the mountainous Lake Ritsa.
Come on.
We'll see more of this beauty. We're leaving now. We're walking across the bridge, the cool bridge, back in the mountains. It's super classy, super beautiful. Here it's awesome, it's so cool. Sasha ran away there. Guys, we've arrived at Blue Lake. It's another lake before Lake Ritsa. But I like it better than Ritsa because it's such a beautiful color. Maybe the camera doesn't fully capture it, but it's super classy. Ritsa, the most beautiful view today.
So far.
It's unbelievable. What do you think? Ritsa, the largest mountain lake in Abkhazia and probably the largest lake in general in Abkhazia, well, and the most beautiful. Friends, Lake Ritsa, it's a bit frozen now because it's a little bit winter. In general, it is very beautiful color, so close to blue. But I must admit that when I came here last time, it was green. I was in November. And now it's covered in ice. I don't know what color it is now, but actually the guys who come here in the summer and they take pictures and it's right there. It's a little bit bluer than a blue lake. Still, the mountains are beautiful. There is Stalin's Dacha there. We won't see it, but by the way, I think I can see it. A small house like this. Small house. There's a big house on the left and a small house on the right. Here, in that direction, is Stalin's Dacha. Today we will visit one more Stalin's Dacha. There are 5 of them in Abkhazia.
There's someone swimming.
Swimming. Yushar octopus.
Uh-huh.
By the way, we were told that here in Abkhazia there are wild animals in the forest. All sorts of wild boars, whoever, bears, sub-lizard tigers.
For
Now,
real.
who's that? Okay, turn it off. Guys, there are absolutely no people. I mean, tour groups. But here's our shuttle bus. And there's 3 other shuttle buses next to it at most all the time. People are minimal, even though it's Saturday, just so you know. The time is 11 o'clock in the morning. There may be more coming in the afternoon, of course, but that's it for now. I like the light in the mountains. Abkhazia is the land of the soul.
Достаточно ясно.
You guys, this place is really cool. And I still can't get enough of the mountains or the water. I wanted to tell you that the peculiarity of the mountains of Abkhazia is vegetation. That is, trees grow on the mountains, right on the rock, because of the fact that it is quite humid here, and there is enough food for them. They can safely grow right on the rock. Enough nutrition for them, they can safely grow right in the mountainous terrain, adapt well to it. So the mountains here are not just mountains, but green, and this is directly incomparable to normal mountains. On the way there are caves everywhere, all sorts of damage. There is enough to see here too, even if you go in and go around. Friends, here we have arrived in New Athos. It is a beautiful town. The terrain here is beautiful. Just a temple, then some abandoned house, a waterfall, then there are gorges. It's very warm here. I'm wearing a down jacket, and I was cool in the mountains, and here it's hot. That is the difference in temperature.
Сталин сюда первый раз приехал в 1946 году, когда он выбрал вот это место, за год эту дачу для него построили. Строили военнопленные немцы.
Сталинский телефон.
Вот еще третья
Алло?
спальня.
Алло? Товарищ Сталин? Товарищ Ленин? О, это пони? Пони, что? Посмотришь?
Stalin's summer house with crystal glasses.
It turns out that Stalin was about the same height as me. All the mirrors here have the effect. A full person, I mean, you fit inside of it. Wherever you stand, you can see yourself completely. But of course, I don't want to live here. Banquet hall. The interesting story is that Stalin always sat opposite. Paintings, if he didn't like someone, he sent people straight to Siberia.
The last point of our trip in Abkhazia was the new Athos monastery. It is very beautiful in the light of day and when it is warm. Well, and like any temple, a place of power. It of course also deserves special respect. Guys, how was Abkhazia? Sasha said it felt like we were somewhere in the... It felt like we were transported back 100 years. Here we are in the USSR in the 30s. It seems to me that not much has really changed there since then, just some Stalinist buildings, and that's it. The Soviet Union remains, but it's very cool there actually, with an abundance of territory and abundance of derelicts of some kind. There's a lot of abandonment, there's a lot of just villages. It all looks super harmonious and like there's some sort of charm to it. That's why we would go there again. It is also, of course, interesting to see how Abkhazia will be in 10 years' time, just as it is in all these years. But I think there's gotta be some kind of momentum there that's just so sudden, you know. Big changes, as for example, Sochi has completely changed over the years of the Olympics. Something like this must happen in Abkhazia for it to change completely. To completely change. But on the other hand, the question is whether it needs to change completely or not. Here. Thank you for being with us. See you again.